Androgynous male-identifying alien that is usually mistaken for being an angel? Yeah, Vincent, same face. Hey guys, today we'll be talking about the beautiful and dangerous woman of the game, Catherine. If you don't know this iconic cheater's hell of a game, it's by the same people that made Persona. Break down the plot real quick. You play Vincent, who finds himself between multiple women named Catherine, and at night he has nightmares of climbing a tower, all while answering questions that impact who he ends up being with. The original game, it was 2 women, but in the full body version, it's kind of 3? We'll get into that later. First, let's start with the long-term and controlling girlfriend, Catherine with a K. Also known as Catherine McBride, she is Vincent's actual girlfriend, and she has her moments of villainy. In the real world of the game, there is a moment where she is really pushing for her and Vincent to get married, even though this guy is literally the least ready man I have ever seen in my entire life. She also tried to guilt trip and possibly even baby trap him, depending on your interpretation, when she tells Vincent that her period was late, implying that she's pregnant. I think the one part that I really didn't enjoy her controlling nature was when she was trying to, completely control the finances in her plans for marriage, which is just, straight up overbearing in every way, being I'm gonna change that, we're gonna get rid of this, hold on, bro's a grown man. Let him do his own thing. This messes with Vincent so bad that one of the nightmare bosses is literally a baby just because this man is not ready. She herself also had a nightmare tower design with the name Doom's Bride, because apparently to Vincent, that's the kind of bride she would be. Yikes. One time that her helicopter loving actually comes in clutch is when she finds Catherine with a C in Vincent's apartment and stabs her straight in the gut, earning her the title of attractive and dangerous. But she literally immediately ruins it, because then the stage happens in the original game where you have to climb up the tower and help her climb up too, while you're trying to fight this big ass monster. I almost didn't even finish the game. I almost rage quit with how bad this scene was. Apparently in full body a second person can play Catherine with a K, but dude, it was horrible. I'm traumatized from that level. Now, before we get into the number one crazy lady of Catherine with a C, let's do a quick little rant about Rin, also sometimes labeled Catherine with a Q. Rin is an exclusive character to Catherine Full Body, and for a crazier reason than first expected. Now, disclaimer, I have not played the full body version of the game personally. All of my knowledge is from YouTube and Wikipedia. So, Rin is a character you meet face first. Well, face first into crotch, I mean. Rin is very interesting because they appear in the nightmare world playing piano, just as they do in the game's real world. But unlike everybody else in this nightmare tower world, they're not a sheep and are shown as an actual, real person. It's even weirder when you play the game, and for lore reasons I'll explain later, all of the people in the nightmare world are men. We find out that it's not only because Rin is not a girl, but an androgynous male-identifying alien that is usually mistaken for being an angel? Yeah, Vincent, same face. This character is honestly not even dangerous in any way, shape, or form, but instead more of a fun, idealistic, Mary Sue, perfect girl route. But obviously, as the title states, that's not what this video is about. Rin is an extremely interesting character, and I do like how not only open but encouraging the LGBTQ+ themes are in this with Rin, and it's just not what this video is about. It's an interesting character, maybe I'll dive into it a little bit later in something else. Now we go into her. You know her, you love her, you'll die in your sleep for her, Catherine with a C. Catherine with a C is the main evil woman, as obvious by the fact that Catherine with a C is the way that the game's name is spelled. Catherine with a C is a woman you meet at the bar after Vincent's friends have all left. She's young, spunky, alluring, and most importantly, wants Vincent. Down bad, some may say. So, no matter what you do, it's a canon event. Catherine and Vincent end up going back to his place, he cheats on Catherine with a K, and the first nightmare night begins. Catherine is essentially everything that Vincent wants, or at least thinks he wants. She's the complete opposite of Catherine with a K. Because of this, Vincent is constantly debating between the two women and if he would rather have a life of freedom, but no true commitment or responsibility, or if he wants commitment with a lot of responsibility, a whole freaking baby. Now, her downside is that she's bad fucking mad. She finds out about Catherine with a K and whoops Vincent's ass in the bars like it owes her money. A classic yandere about, like as lovesick as it gets, until you find out that in actuality, she is a demon, literally the daughter of the devil, later found out to be the bartender, and she's been the one putting everybody in the Nightmare Tower situation every night, and in turn, is causing these men's sleeping deaths when they fail to climb it. She's the true femme fatale of Catherine. Femme fatale. I made this entire video without actually, 100% being confident in how it's pronounced. That fact's pretty obvious as well, as everybody that has ever played the game knows. And, I just like talking about big scary women, if I'm being honest. But anyways, let's actually talk about her scary Nightmare Tower design on that topic. Now, somebody call Until Dawn, because this chick looks like a Wendigo. She transforms into this toothy and what appears to be decaying monster after Catherine with a K stabs her in the gut. And she's also the monster chasing you up the tower, while Catherine with a K, or what looks like it's Rin in the full body version, is completely useless. God, I hate this level. But also, apparently, Catherine with a C has this succubus form that I've actually literally never seen before in game. Maybe it's a full body thing, but I don't know. I feel like her nightmare form should have had, way more succubus elements. If her true form does look like that, it would make her just look like way more monstrous and better. But the scariest part of all this, the real fear, the real femme fatale of Catherine, Trisha. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually the end of the video. Give a quick thanks to Ash for being the first ever member of my Ko-Fi, and Heck died for the donations. If you want to join them, you can check out my Ko-Fi. It's also in the description. If you want to see more of my videos, you can hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video in particular, you can hit that like button because that gives me that sweet, sweet dopamine to keep making these videos. Let me know in those comments how you feel about scary women in video games, and I hope you don't have any nightmares tonight, especially not climbing a tower. Bye bye!